Prologue. The wind howled through the ancient ruins, carrying whispers of forgotten legends. Elias, a historian with an insatiable thirst for the unknown, had spent years chasing myths across the world. But nothing had prepared him for what he was about to uncover, a tale woven through time, stretching from the heart of ancient civilizations to the shadowy corners of modern conspiracy. His journey began with a single word scribbled in the margins of an old manuscript: shapeshifter. Chapter 1: The Gods Who Walk Among Men. Elias first sought answers in Egypt, where he studied the stories of gods who took animal forms. The temple of Anubis stood before him, its towering walls adorned with jackal-headed deities. A priest recounted tales of Thoth, who transformed into an ibis, and the mighty Set, shifting to a beast of chaos. In Greece, he unearthed records of Zeus's deception, how the king of gods seduced mortals by taking the form of a swan, a bull, even a shower of golden light. The legend of Proteus, the sea god who morphed at will, fascinated Elias. What if these myths were more than mere stories? He wondered. Chapter 2: The beasts in the shadows. His travels took him deep into the forests of Scandinavia, where whispers of Norse legends filled the air. The locals spoke of Loki, the trickster god, who once turned into a mare to birth Odin's mighty steed. In the Navajo deserts, Elias met a shaman who warned him of the skinwalkers, wicked witches who stole the forms of animals and men. That night, as he camped alone, he heard distant footsteps, soft, deliberate, neither human nor beast. The stories grew darker as he ventured into Africa. The were hyenas of the Hausa people, he learned, roamed the night, cursed to walk between worlds. The Japanese spoke of the kitsune, fox spirits who seduced mortals, while the Celts told of selkies, seal people who shed their skins to walk among humans. Chapter 3: The tricksters and the cursed. As Elias pieced together these tales, a pattern emerged. Many shape-shifters were not gods or monsters but deceivers, beings who used transformation to trick, seduce, or steal. He traced stories of wendigos, cannibal spirits who took human forms to lure victims. The European legends of changelings spoke of fairy creatures who replaced infants with their own offspring, unnoticed until it was too late. In a dusty archive in Ireland, Elias found records of the Morrigan, the Celtic war goddess who took the form of a crow before battle. Even in Christianity, Satan himself was said to appear in many forms to lead souls astray. Chapter 4: The science of shapeshifting. The rational side of Elias fought against the weight of the legends. Could there be scientific explanations? He met with geneticists who explained hypertrichosis, the rare condition that turned men into werewolf-like creatures. He studied cases of dissociative identity disorder, where patients believed they could transform into someone, or something, else. There were real instances of lycanthropy delusion, where people truly believed they had become wolves. Even in nature, metamorphosis existed. Caterpillars became butterflies, tadpoles became frogs. What if something similar could happen to humans? Chapter 5: The shapeshifters of today. Elias turned his attention to the modern world. Shapeshifters had never vanished, they had simply changed their forms. He studied folklore in pop culture, werewolves in cinema, vampires in Dracula, and sci-fi horrors like The Thing and The Terminator. But more chilling were the rumors of real-world shapeshifters. Internet forums were flooded with accounts of skinwalker encounters, shadowy figures glimpsed in the woods. There were even modern conspiracy theories: David Icke's reptilian elite, who supposedly controlled world governments. Some claimed to have seen celebrities' eyes shift, their forms flicker for the briefest second. Then there was AI, deep fakes, synthetic faces that blurred the line between real and unreal. In a way, humanity had finally created its own form of shape-shifting. Chapter 6: The final revelation. As Elias neared the end of his journey, he returned to the manuscript that had started it all. He now understood what it meant. Shapeshifting was not just a myth. It was a reflection of humanity's deepest fears and desires, the need to hide, to deceive, to become something greater, or to escape. Perhaps, in some forgotten past, real shapeshifters had walked the earth. Perhaps they still did. One night, as he stared into the mirror, he thought he saw his own reflection flicker. Just for a moment. A trick of the light, surely. Or was it? Epilogue. The tale lives on. Elias's journals were never found, but his notes remained, scattered across libraries and hidden in digital archives. His name became legend, his fate unknown. But on quiet nights, in the corners of the world where shadows stretch just a little too far, some say the shape-shifters still watch. And sometimes, if you look closely, you might just see them watching back.